Hello and welcome to the BookTube channel, Jack in the Book Stack, where I talk about a wide variety of book genres and the bookish lifestyle. Today I have my August TBR for you. And as usual, I have some big plans and high expectations for myself. I'm gonna share with you what's on my radar to read this month. And I think how I'm gonna organize it, I'm gonna go in terms of my priority, because there's some things that I definitely feel like I have to read this month, but largely these are just options because I want to work through my physical TBR shelf, which is sitting here behind me. I want to make some progress in that because I cannot stop hauling books. I see a sale and it's something that's on my TBR or on my radar and I'm like, yes, I have to have that, and yet I'm running out of room. But I have, it looks like I've made some progress because last month this was overflowing and stacked up super high, but I actually pulled books to put in stacks for each month for the rest of the year. So there's book piles somewhere else. These have just relocated, but I do need to read them. And so I am going to make some progress, hopefully this month in August. Interestingly enough, the first book that I wanted to mention to you isn't even one that's on this shelf, so I'm off to a fabulous start with this goal. But I do have a goal of reading one nonfiction book a month, and this has been going very, very well. And my Libby hold recently became available for an ebook of a 2024 new release called Code Dependent. And this is about AI. AI is all the rage right now. And with my 9-to-5 job, AI is a very hot topic. I'm sure for most of us in our 9-to-5s or even our personal lives, AI is a hot topic. And I really want to read this because I have some pretty strong opinions about AI and I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge those opinions. I want to broaden my horizons and my understanding. And I thought this could be really educational and informative for me to learn more about certain risks of how we are relying so much on AI recently, and it's being integrated into so many different things, and it's hard to recognize sometimes. It's hard to tell the difference. I know there's been some drama in the bookish community where it's AI generated cover art rather than supporting real artists, and that's a really interesting topic, but it goes so much further beyond that. So I'm really excited to read this nonfiction, and I'm hoping it will give me some new perspective. The next priority read that I have for August is Villette. This is a classic by Charlotte Bronte, and this is a carryover from my July TBR. I had plans to do a dedicated reading vlog annotating this classic, and I am still really excited about that. I just felt too much pressure in July and I actually skipped a video. I just moved this forward because I needed a break. Lots going on in my life between work and my family, and their dogs have been staying with me, so there's just always so much going on. I had some pool parties going on, so social obligations. Anyways, that's a long way of saying I moved this from the July TBR and carried it over to the August TBR. So hopefully you will see this dedicated annotation vlog. The next priority is one that I'm really looking forward to, but I'm a little bit apprehensive, and I'm going to try not to ramble too much because I have a lot of thoughts on this right now. But the general topic to be discussed today is romantasy. This is a subgenre of fantasy that on paper has all the things that I should love, and yet I've just been really struggling with this subgenre. And I see all the enthusiasm that different readers have for these books, and I really want to try these. I want to love these, but I'm just really, really struggling. And yet I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to have my mind blown by a romantasy series, probably. Most of these are series, because I love the fantasy element. I love romance books. On paper, these have everything that I should enjoy, but I'm just struggling. So anyways, I'm gonna sound like a broken record for this next one that's on my TBR, because I want to read some romantasy in August, but I also need to complete some series, and I need to finally do what I keep talking about doing and finishing the Throne of Glass series. Okay, and so this is the next one, Empire of Storms, and then I still have these two that I also have to read. So the first one's really a priority, and just if I can get to it this month, read the other two, but Ideally, I'd like to finish this year, which I have said before. I said that in 2023 as well, and I just didn't make a single page of progress. But in this journey of romantasy, I need to clear some off the series list before I can start new ones. I have also downloaded book 5 from the Plated Prisoner series called Gold to my Kindle from Kindle Unlimited. Now, this is another romantasy series that I started reading and I decided not to continue, but now I decided that, hey, maybe after some space, maybe the problem with romantasy I'm having is like cramming them too close together. Maybe I needed space. So I want to try to read book 5 from this series and see if it can recaptivate me. The series started off really strong. I thought the magic was really unique. So I'm going to give book 5 a try, and reading it on Kindle Unlimited I think will be a great way to do that. Looking at a new romantasy series that I want to try reading, I have From Blood and Ash on my 24 books to read in 2024 list. So it was a goal of mine to read this anyways. Now that I'm in the mood for romantasy, this is the perfect time to give it a shot. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it, other than like, hey, it's really popular and I just want to join the discussion. But because it's so popular, like there's a reason for that. There's a reason that it's popular, and I love ACOTAR, which is arguably the most popular romantasy. So it has a reputation, it has a fan base, so I want to see if this could be a series for me. I have another book checked out from Kindle Unlimited. I have mentioned A Soul to Heal on a few different TBR lists. I haven't quite gotten to it yet, but if I'm in the mood for romantasy, this monster romance could be really great. I loved book 1, so I'm really setting myself up for hopefully success by reading book 2 in the series. So this might tickle my mood in August as well. I have also pre-ordered book number 7 in the Dark Olympus series. It's called Dark Restraint, and this should be coming in August. This is, I think on GoodReads, it's labeled as fantasy. Up until this point, there hasn't been that much magic, but it could be leaning that way with some stuff with the plot and this like barrier that's protecting the kingdom. I don't know what they refer to it as. So this could lean towards fantasy, but definitely it's a smutty romance based on Greek mythology, and I'm looking forward to this. I mean, individually, the books have been like hit or miss, and my biggest complaint is they introduce this like macro plot, but we don't spend a lot of time moving forward in that. So I'm hoping book number 7, we see some movement in that macro plot. Still exploring different elements of fantasy books, but leaving behind romantasy, I want to try Thrust, which appears to be a standalone fantasy. I know nothing about it except for I just hauled it, and with the goal of like clearing off space here, I figured I could read this month and see if it scratches that itch for like a good fantasy book. Next up, same kind of reasoning, but this is, I think, gonna be more comical, which again can be a hit or miss depending on the kind of mood I'm in. But I just hauled How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying, and I'm dying to pick this one up. It's not attached to a vlog, it's not on a yearly goals list, so it's lower priority, but this does sound really fun, and it has an element, I think, of a time loop where the main character is trying to defeat the Dark Lord, and every time she fails, like kind of like a video game, it like starts over and she has to try again until one day she just gives up and decides to become the Dark Lord herself. Actually, I'm calling it her. I don't even know. Davi. Oh, she's tried to be the hero. Okay, it is a female. I was like, wow, just kind of making some assumptions there. I have seen some people not really enjoy this that much on BookTube. So I know, I see you, I know, but I have to try it for myself. But I'm hoping if I pair it with the right mood, we might be okay. It also looks like my Libby hold for the thriller Midnight Feast is going to become available in August. So this is one I've seen mixed reviews for on BookTube. It just came out, but I'm looking forward to experiencing it myself this month. Joanna, if you're watching, this next one is for you because you mentioned that Stoner is one of your favorite books of all time, and I'm really in the mood to give this a shot now. I am really in the mood. I'm hoping I can find the time this month because this is really catching my eye. This is, I think, what my mood today pairs with the best outside of all that romantasy struggle that I said. And I think this could be really refreshing to read in between all those fantasies as I'm trying to find something that I enjoy. I'm excited to meet these characters. Johanna speaks so highly of this. It's her favorite book of all time, or one of them, and I'm so excited. The last book on my August TBR is the lowest priority, again, because there's not a vlog attached to it. There's not an annual goal attached to it. A Libby hold isn't going to expire or anything. I'm just so intrigued to pick this up. And I am 100% motivated by videos that I have seen on BookTube saying that this is a 5-star, like, contender for favorite of the year. It seems so unique and amazing. The book is 10 minutes, 38 seconds in this strange world. So this is going to be an emotional read. It is about a woman who is left for dead in a dumpster. And she is dead, but her brain activity is still active for 10 minutes and 38 seconds. And this literary fiction is, I think, follows her as her life flashes before her eyes, maybe. But I think what it's really about is the seemingly small ways that we actually impact other people's lives, like maybe without noticing it. And yeah, just what big of an impact that she had. I believe she was a prostitute, and so she is just deemed as less than by society. And yet there's this whole group of people that she meant a whole lot to, and they are trying to be there for her now that she has been discarded in such a way. So as you can tell, probably a heavier tone, probably going to be a bit rough with the content and all the feels, but I'm already so moved by this concept. It's not that long. This is one that, like, I want to disregard the whole pile I just went through, and I just want to talk about this because, oh, doesn't this sound so good? All right, guys, wish me luck with this stack over here. This would make some good progress in my physical TBR of books that I own, in addition to the Libby books I mentioned as well that I want to read. But I don't have pressure of reading a certain number of books. To me, it's just finding something that I can enjoy, really sinking into it, and being part of this bookish community where I see everybody's enthusiasm for books and I want to see it for myself. I think that connection is so wonderful, and I love this bookish community. BookTube being the best. Way better than that book talk, right? Until I see you in the next video, happy reading, and I hope all of your reads are 5-star reads.